So, in a stunning development, CNN is now forced to admit that not only was the president right, but he's had one of the best months of his presidency.
But now the markets have rebounded and grown. The S&P 500, NASDAQ hit record highs just yesterday. And it's not just the stock market. Inflation, the great economic fear of recent times, seems to be tamed. The rate is now reported at 2.4%, down from a high of 7% just 4 years ago. Meanwhile, blue-collar workers have seen real wage growth of 1.7% in Trump's first 5 months. This is the largest such increase in nearly 3 generations. Notwithstanding its impact on our national debt, there's also hope among some that Trump's big, beautiful bill will give further financial relief to blue-collar workers, as well as create incentives to build more factories in the U.S. Some already see this happening. For instance, General Electric has just announced that it'll invest almost $500 million in moving production of washing machines from China to Kentucky. And then there's the border. Crossings have slowed to a trickle. According to CBP's May update, Southwest border encounters have fallen to about 282 a day, a drop of 93% from last year and the lowest since the early 1960s.
And in fact, he's had so much success that now economists are saying that he outsmarted them when it came to tariffs. So in short, what does that mean? Trump was right again. Now, before we go any further, let's hear more from Smerconish as he continues to rattle off accomplishments from President Trump. Take a listen.
Michael is right. Since Donald Trump has become president, this second term, America and Americans are safer and they're more prosperous. As Michael points out, the border's been secured. Real wages are going up. Inflation is down. Michael, you didn't talk about the U.S. Steel deal in Pittsburgh, where Nippon and U.S. Steel came to an agreement where U.S. manufacturing, U.S. steel industry is going to have a huge shot in the arm from Nippon. The headquarters is going to remain in Pittsburgh, and U.S. steel manufacturers have become more robust. There are so many. You didn't talk about the conflict between Pakistan and India, which Trump helped to wind down and mediate to the extent that the Pakistanis nominated him for a Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And the successes so far this president has achieved are incredibly consequential, perhaps the most consequential since FDR, a president. I know Biden talked about how he was doing all these great things. I think they pale in comparison to what Trump has accomplished in the first 5 months. And I think history will record it such. Even if you don't like the guy, you got to give him his props, like you said, Michael.